What do you think about last night's game?
I didn't watch last night.
I was so bored, I went to bed.
Really?
It was terrible.
You want to know a little secret? I didn't watch Sunday night's game either.
I watched all of Sunday night's game.
I was so tired. I went to bed before it even started.
Well, Janice, who just joined, would be very sad to hear that you didn't even watch the Patriots play.
She is out on the Patriots.
She's in on the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
They did look good. It was a completely different team.
See, I've heard mixing reports on that. I did not mean to do that, by the way. I talk with my hands. See, I've heard that, yes, they won, but they also looked like shit. Their running game looked good, but Tom Brady's deep ball is non-existent.
Well, I think it's a run-first offense, and I think that was, especially against a team like that in which they played on Sunday.
Who'd they play on Sunday?
Wasn't it the Broncos? Nope. Yes, Broncos.
I don't know.
I think so.
I'm completely checked out on
all of football.
All of Tom Brady football. I was scolded by my mother Sunday morning because last week on the radio show that I do, I called Tom Brady a bum.
Did it get on?
Yes.
Okay.
And she threatened me with no birthday presents and no Christmas presents. No more chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, they played the Panthers. Sorry. Yeah. No more chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. Which she had just made a fresh batch. Yeah. So I got to kind of use my words nicer.
I mean, there's many more describing words.
Yeah, but she doesn't want me to talk ill of Tom Brady whatsoever.
Well, he's 1-1. What do you have to say? I mean, what can you say about that? And the one loss is to arguably one of the better teams in the NFC, which they just lost to the Raiders. So what that says about the Raiders, I don't know, but I don't know.
I heard the Raiders looked pretty good, though.
The Raiders looked pretty good, but you also got to think that's their home opener. Like, they're coming in juiced for that game. Like,
yeah, first game in the new stadium.
Yeah. So I can't really, I don't know.
Oh boy. Here's Kirk. There's no sound, apparently.
There's no sound. Well, that's interesting. So we're going to stop the old Facebook stream.
Okay.
We're going to go to this one. I think, does Instagram have sound?
I don't know.
Because that's a different app. So, oh boy. We got some tech issues here. Sorry about this.
This one.
Oh, that one has sound. Okay. We got sound there. So let's we're working on it.
Hold on, Kirk.
Fuck you, Kirk. It should be there.
He probably just can't hear. Turn on your hearing aids.
Oh, that's true. All right, let's do that. All right, I'm literally watching the sound on the screen right now. I can see sounds.
Hey, Katie. I always make sure to say hi to Katie.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Our number one fan.
Jackass.
Not you, Katie. Me.
Yeah. He's the jackass. Just for anything. Oh, Janice. Janice figured out how to comment to you.
We're in big trouble now.
Hi, Mom.
So, let's go back to... I don't know.
So we got some big surf off of the coast of Maine.
That's what I heard.
It was pretty impressive. We just went down and
do a little beach cruise.
Did a little beach cruise. It was surf off of the coast.
It's there.
It's there. You can go fornicate yourself, Kirk.
Yeah, come on back now.
Yeah. So there's this. I mean, it's a really cool visual representation. I'll show the listeners, and then I'll show you. You can kind of see it. So that's Teddy.
That's old Theodore.
That's old Teddy chilling off the coast in the Gulf of Maine, sort of a little bit further away.
Oh, Kirk's back. Here we go.
Fucking lovely. But they've got a wave little app. So
is that so all the bros can see how nectar the waves are?
You can do that, but you can also like check when it's going to be the best.
Oh, really?
So
can you figure out the timing of the gnarly waves?
You can. 13 seconds right now, actually.
Whoa.
At 13 feet.
Bro.
Dude, 13 feet foot waves are nothing to fucking joke about.
That's nothing to sneeze at. That's some gnarly.
I would love to go throw you into those waves right now.
I'd be like a fucking flounder, literally. I would die. I'd be like a beached whale.
It is pretty impressive right now. Watching those waves hit, especially, we went up to Short Sands. Short Sands was pretty good right now because they're crashing up on the rocks.
Uh-huh.
And then we went to up Shore Road.
Oh, yeah. So Cape Natick Beach.
Past Cape Natick Beach, up towards Agunquit, and that whole coastline there. That was fucking impressive.
Some steamy rollers, huh?
And then, but then you get to the rock.
That's not very nice, Scott.
What?
He flipped us off.
Oh. It's a good thing you had to hold that fucking 2 inches from your face to be able to see it.
He did it in the black emoji finger, so it's tough to see on the... Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Woo. Yikes. That could be a bit controversial.
But anyway, so the sea is angry today.
The sea is a bit angry.
Like an old man sending back soup at a deli.
Similar to you at a deli, yep.
I'm not an old man. Actually, we just had this. Kirk just called me a racist.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Here we go.
I can't find our current live right now, so I'm struggling right now.
I had to refresh my...
There we go. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Well, who's the... Wow, never mind. We're not going to go there.
Yeah. He is moving away from Baltimore.
Yeah.
But
figured he'd be more with his people down there. Oh, I gotta actually email him. I gotta look at his blackish sweatshirts and fishing shirts. Were you here? Did you hear the story behind? Yeah, the blackish.
Yeah. So we're back.
So we had Patriots lost goal line.
Yeah, I heard
really pretty terrible call. I mean, you really had no other call, but it was just terrible execution. It just looked like slow motion, just shit.
But other than that, I heard
that was incredible. I mean, Cam played very well. Defense played well.
Russell Wilson is on fire right now.
And you have DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
You've got
the Seattle is firing on all cylinders. Now, one thing I was wondering about this, you know how they call their fans the 12th man?
Nah.
They're not there.
No.
So
that was weird. It's not. So all the stadiums they're forced to be at the same decibel.
Interesting.
So it's like 78 or 75 decibels. is all the noise they can have in the stadium.
That's a backpack blower.
Sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they are all at the same level, and they're all pre-recorded tracks that were approved by the NFL, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, there's definitely different people running them because, like, the one that, I don't know.
The guy running the soundboard at, what game was it?
Some of them
are a little off.
They're just terrible.
But then some of them, like, they're mixing in the booze for the refs.
Booze, the cheers, everything. And, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like,
it would be nice to have get off your knees, ref. You're blowing the game mixed in every once in a while.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting much heckling.
Yeah,
although I think the TV crews are struggling with, because you don't hear after a play happens. You notice it's very quiet. Mm-hmm. It's because they've shut off all of the field microphones due to probably the words that are being said between players.
That's a good, yeah.
And that was like one of the things that, who was it? Oh, Aaron Rodgers was talking about. If you haven't listened to Pat McAfee's Tuesday shows with Aaron Rodgers comes on for an hour every day, every Tuesday now.
Really?
All of fall.
That's going to be cool.
It's cool right now because they've won the first 2 games. I don't know what it's going to be like on a loss. If they lose, like what he's going to be like on a Tuesday, because he has been super relaxed, super chill. Like, it's sort of like what a lot of people kind of said when they watched like the Brady documentary, where it's like, I kind of don't hate the guy anymore. Like, it's hard to hate someone like that. Yeah. And that's how I feel with it. I've never hated Aaron Rodgers. I've always respected someone like him. Like, I never had, besides his stupid discount double check commercials.
You know what commercial I really am getting a kick out of right now is the Subway commercials with the Watt brothers and their parents. Have you seen those?
Yeah, where they've got the we installed the Subway in our backyard.
In our shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I guess, I don't know. I just look at the way he's answered some of the questions and his thought process and how he talks about things.
It'll be interesting to see how it is after a loss.
Yeah. I think that's the same. That's with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be super stoked to go on a fucking nationally syndicated radio show.
I had the Packers to win last week, and they won.
They did win. The Packers have been playing very, very well.
Yeah. Even
with questionable receiving. They lost a couple big players this week. Everyone did. Everyone. Like, the 49ers have literally nobody left on the fucking field that I know who they are. They lost Bosa, I think. They lost Jimmy G. They lost...
What happened in Jimmy G?
He got hurt. Dude, like, this week's injury list was outrageous. Which the Pats really didn't lose anybody, which is good. Sad news for not Sony Michel, their other back.
James White?
Yes. James White's father was killed in a car accident.
Oh.
Saturday night, I think, or Sunday in Miami. And his mother was in critical condition.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
T's and P's.
Yeah. So he didn't play, but he didn't fly home. Like, he stayed there and wanted to fly with his team, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I kind of get it. Like, what? Yeah. Robert Kraft came right out and said, like, do you want my plane to fly you now from Seattle to, to Miami? And he was like, no, I want to stay with the team, but I'll leave Monday, like when we get back or whatever. So it was.
Yeah, it's a stand-up thing to do. Unfortunately, at that point, there's nothing he could change by him being there.
Right. Mother's in critical condition, probably not even going to be able to go in and see her. Fucking COVIDs.
Mm-hmm. So I'm veering right away from COVID talk.
Okay.
I heard today, this is getting on to the hunting side of things.
Yeah.
That upland hunting starts this Saturday.
Yeah.
Has that always been the case?
Yeah, bird hunting always starts early. Like pheasant.
Okay.
Pheasant, and because
I always thought it always started on the October 1st.
No.
For across the board.
Because there's guys up moose hunting right now, which is why you can go up and bird hunt.
That always hasn't been the case, though.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like partridge hunting opens early.
Well, the more you know. Broadcast interrupted.
Why is our broadcast interrupted? Unable to broadcast Facebook live stream. Please check your settings and try again. Okay, we're going to try again.
Lula TV, I've about had it with your nonsense.
Nope, it wasn't Lula's fault this time.
No?
Nope. This is the Manycam thing.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's our OnlyFans.
It's like our OnlyFans. I had to explain to my wife the OnlyFans thing the other day.
Probably most wives would need that explained.
Well, it was mainly because it was a stupid TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole thing on TikTok that's like, when someone asks what you do, I just say I'm an accountant, and then they show like their OnlyFans earnings from like whatever the last 6 weeks or the last month or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, because they're like, oh, nobody asks what you do, like who you work for. If you say, oh, what do you do for work? Oh, I'm an accountant. Like, yeah. I'm done talking to you about what your job is. Yeah. So like, that's how we do it. And that's why we say we're, I might have an OnlyFans account, but I'm an accountant. It's like, but yeah, whatever. So speaking of TikToks and the social medias, I asked you this question earlier, where you're most likely to be influenced by a advertisement.
And now that I'm thinking about it, email.
So that's like one of my least, like truly is one of my least. Like if I get an email that's like, oh, hey, we're having this sale. It's like, it depends. I guess it does depend on, because I get so many of them. Yeah. I don't read a lot. I mean, right now I could tell you, I've got 18,608 unread emails right now.
6,000?
18,000.
18,000?
Yeah, it's right here. 18,608 emails.
That is
not read.
A lot.
Yeah.
I do not have that many. At all.
No?
I have.
Oh, damn it.
What?
I just lost the stream on
again.
My phone.
I have 11.
You have 11 unread?
Yeah. And most of those I'll just delete anyways.
Yeah. Well, so I stopped having the bubbles show up on my email.
I know you've always hated that.
I used to be like anal retentive to the point like I would just delete emails. Like that's all I did on my phone, basically. Because as soon as I'd see a bubble, I'd go in, look at it, and be like, fuck, I don't want to look at that, delete. So now I literally check my email like once or twice a week. Like I really like, and which is funny because now with so many more people relying on emails.
It looks like we're back.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people want, whether it's emails or like that's their form of communication.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't fucking look at it. Like I don't read my emails religiously. So sorry.
I check them a lot throughout the day because work stuff and shit like that comes through.
See, I don't have my work email on my phone either, which is
That's all I have is a work email.
You don't have a personal email address?
I do, but I haven't used it in so long that it's just, that's probably at 18,000 unread emails.
So I've got like 3 personal email addresses. Mainly because like I used a Gmail for a little while.
That's what I have.
I use Gmail for like YouTube and all that shit. Which actually I want to make a new one because I don't like my current one. And then I've got a Yahoo account, which was my original, which I've got fucking 18,000 fucking emails to. And then I've got like my iCloud one. I've got my work email. My work email's retarded. It's back to being just absolutely just filled with shit I don't care about. And that's what I'm really bad about. Like, because I'll read my work emails in the morning when I first log in, and I'll shut off my email. I'll just close the application so I don't even see it. And then I won't open it again until like 1:30 or 2 o'clock when I'm ready to leave. Like, there'll be a shit ton of people that had emailed me. And it's like, dude, if you want to get a hold of me, call me.
Yeah.
If you need me. If you don't need me right away, you better be all right. Or at least send me like we've got like Skype Messenger and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, if you need me, get a hold of me. If you don't, and you just send me an email, it could be a couple days, bud. Like, yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. I skipped right over what we were talking about. Sorry. Back to it. So advertising. So what are you most likely, like, I get caught more likely than not after I've been drinking on like a Facebook ad, which is why I have a train horn on my truck, an Instagram ad, which is why I'm waiting on shorts from China, or like a TikTok ad, like something like that. But like the thing that I'm most likely is a fucking ad on a podcast I listen to.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple that I haven't pulled the trigger on. I don't know. I think it's weird too, because it's normally if it's a new ad, like if it's someone like that I listen to daily, like I listen to the Pat McAfee show or the Pod PMI, and they're like, "Oh, we have another ad for FanDuel." And it's like, well, FanDuel is not legal here, so fuck you want me to do about that? So I can't do that. And it's like, oh, we have Lisa or whatever, Lisa mattresses, and I'm like,
I already have a bed.
Yeah, I got a bed. But like if it's like something kind of like off the wall, like stuff that they have, I'm like, sure, fuck it, I'll try it. Like they had one for cigars for a while for the pod, and I wish I had fucking done that because I keep meaning to do a cigar night, especially now that's kind of cooler. Put a fan in out here.
Yeah, we should do
sit here and have a nice little cigar.
Cigar and a bourbon. I'll have ginger ale.
Yeah. Get you a non-alcoholic bourbon.
They do make it, but it's like really expensive. And
what's the point?
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I might as well just take some hickory chips and put it in a glass of water.
You could. I mean, you could buy a Jack Daniels barrel, fill it full of water, just let it soak, and then just drink the water.
But would that be non-alcoholic? If the barrel's already had alcohol in it?
I don't know. You'd have to proof the water. I don't really think the wood holds that much liquor.
It's not supposed to because they burn it. It's charcoal.
Although they call it the devil's spit. Remember that commercial?
The devil's cut.
The devil's cut.
And then the stuff the vapor that comes off when you open it, that's the angel's cut.
Yeah.
Because it goes up.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else happened? So last Saturday, I think, or the Saturday before, I don't think I mentioned it on the last podcast, but I was at...
Did you go apple picking?
No. I hate apple picking.
For someone that is so fucking goddamn turned up about apple cider this, You won't even go pick your own goddamn apples. No. What the fuck?
You're right. And I wouldn't even go pick a pumpkin either if I was all basicked up about pumpkins.
Oh, I'll fucking ride right up to old Jack Rice's farm and go pick a fucking pumpkin, bud.
Nah.
Kids going there on a field trip, stoked about it. Can't wait to go.
I bet. But I was at a friend's house. Mandy, we had gone to my parents. Mandy met me at my work. We rode down there together. She got back in her car at my work, and a friend of ours called us and said, stop by, we're having a fire. Mandy was super tired, so she went home, but I stopped by. I get a phone call after being there about 15, 20 minutes from Mandy saying, there is a mouse on our counter.
Did you catch it?
No. I said, well, what do you want me to do about it? And she goes, what do I do? I said, get a towel, throw it on top of it, and bait it till it stops moving. No. So my friend had some mouse traps. I set one. Nothing for a week. Then when was it?
What'd you use for bait?
Peanut butter.
Chunky or smooth?
Chunky.
Yeah, well done.
Well, that's all I have. I wouldn't have creamy.
That's right. I got fucking sunflower butter. I have a couple kids and send them to fucking public schools, and you can't even fucking send them with goddamn peanut butter. It's awesome.
Hey, don't even get me started on that.
I'm just fucking happy they're at school. All right.
All right. But moving on. So I baited it, and then I think it was Sunday night. I looked at it and I was like, the fucking bait's gone. So I've been supporting this mouse.
You got a little welfare mouse on your hands.
Free ride. So I figured, well, maybe I didn't set the trap light enough. So I reset it, put peanut butter on it, was setting it, snapped myself in the hand.
There it is. Yeah. That's always a good time.
So I got it set, put it where it needed to be. And that was like at roughly, must have been 8 o'clock. It was right before the Pats game. I went to bed. Mandy was up doing some stuff. So Monday morning, I wake up, slept really good, like a rock. I mean, normally at some point I'll like roll over onto my side. I woke up at like 3 a.m, still on my back. And then I rolled over. So I get up. Mandy's on the couch. She goes, I didn't sleep that well. I'm like, I slept really good. She goes, I got all comfortable in bed. And then I heard the mousetrap go off. She said it sounded like glass shattering. So she didn't get up. And then she had to get up and pee at like 2 a.m. So she went out and noticed that the trap was like a foot from where I had set it. So that thing went for a ride.
Yeah.
And there was a mouse in it.
Well, I mean, that's good. Now, was the mousetrap one of the metal, old school metal with the metal holder, or did it have the yellow plastic
It had
cheats?
the yellow plastic.
Those are the ones, dude.
It had that.
You can set those on a fucking hair trigger.
Yeah, and that's what I did when I finally figured that out, because if you set it to one side, it's pretty heavy, but if you set it to the other, it's like
sneeze on it.
Yeah.
And fucking
not even like if you just set it down too hard, it'll snap.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the process of putting the bar back, and this thumb, I was holding it, and it slipped and got my thumbnail.
Feels good, doesn't it?
I held it together. Mandy's like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, it's designed to break a mouse's back, not my thumb. So,
true.
Mice are they're not very, they got some thin bones.
So I got home today. I went to the grocery store on the way home. Get home. Was kind of rushing because we had to go get the youngest at school. So I'm like, fuck, I got to get all these groceries in. And I'm getting out of the truck and I'm like grabbing groceries. And Leah's like, I don't know what this is or what happened, but there's a mouse right here without a face. And I was like, fucking,
excuse me?
I really don't. Is the mouse dead? Yeah. Oh, well, then I really don't fucking care. Sorry. And then I walked by it and I looked down and I was like, fuck, That mouse really does not have like a face. Like
somebody defaced it.
Yeah. So she's like, and earlier this weekend we had let the chickens out and they destroyed the whole front of the house.
Yeah.
With all the garden beds and all the mulch.
Dug them up.
Oh, fucking destroyed. Like you couldn't tell where the walkway was.
Of course.
Yeah. Fucking chickens. So she had put it all back to normal. And so like everything was like nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
And she did that today. She's like, that was not, here. It was because the mouse was laying in the front garden bed. She was like, that was not here when I did this earlier.
I wonder if a bird dropped it.
So I'm wondering if it was a bird of prey.
Yeah.
Or if it was either a larger rodent or a larger carnivorous type animal.
Funny story about mice is,
and
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We went and picked up the youngest, rode around, watched the waves, came back. It's not there anymore. So whatever dropped it or something else took an opportune. Hey, only the head's chewed up. I got the rest of the body to munch
waste
on.
not, want not.
That's right. So
every once in a while, we'll get a piece of equipment in that has been inhabited by mice with them alive. And you start messing around on it. And all of a sudden, you get a bunch of
scurrying.
Yeah. So that happened one day, and there's two mechanics around it, and they started it up, and all of a sudden, mice came running out. And Jonathan was standing there and just starts whack-a-mole in these things with his boots. And the two mechanics were just absolutely mortified. And he's like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
They're like, well, we were just going to let him go. No.
You have a literal showroom full of fucking mouse seed.
Yeah. You gotta get rid of them.
Yeah.
This was a bunch of years ago.
You guys should have a nice little cat out back.
So there was some feral cats that were living out back for a while. I don't know. And they probably did help with but at one point when this was before we had our warehouses outside.
Yeah.
We used to keep all our birdseed in the back of the building.
Right.
Which was a literal smorgasbord for rodents. And
little rodent charcuterie board, really.
Wintertime, it was in one particular winter, it was really bad. Like there was one day where we had to move everything out of the back of the shop because there was just rats in everything. And we were at the point where we were worried they were going to get out into the front. So, and then we did that, put everything back. And at the end of the day, we noticed that there was a bunch of rats still scurrying around. So I went home, got my pellet gun. Tim went home, got his pellet gun. And we rolled around on creepers on the floor with lights mounted to our pellet guns, shooting rats underneath the pallets with scopes on these Gamma pellet guns. The next morning, it stunk.
Yeah.
So we had to pull everything out of the shop again and discard like I can't really put a number on it, but a massive amount of dead rats.
Enough.
And then we had to start taking apart pallets.
Yeah.
Because they had burrowed into the pallets. It was, and you'd startle a rat by moving a bag, and then it would startle you, and you just curb stomp it.
Yeah. So on Monday, I had to go up, take care of my mom's dogs. It was yesterday. Yeah. So I went up, picked the youngest up from school, drove up there, fed the dogs, let them out, was hanging out, and she thought she had one rat problem.
Where there's one, there's more.
So in the past, it's only been one. And it'll go like 6-8 months, and then another one will show up. Mm-hmm. Last one got pile drill right in the fucking head with a pellet. So she thought she hit one the other day and hadn't seen them in like a week. So she's had my pellet gun, which brings me to another story from the other night. So I hope that was on fucking recording.
Me too. For the folks at home, I just ripped one.
So I go up there and I'm hanging out and I put on Paw Patrol and I was like, well, I'll go over and I'll look out the window. She's got bushes too fucking tall in front of one of the windows where it'd be nice to be able to shoot from because it's right there. Like, right out. No, we had to, make the house look pretty, whatever. Now the rats live in those fucking bushes. So
yeah, your shooting position.
So shooting position B is the window that she already shot out. So that's okay. Because
forgot to open it.
Oh, you didn't? Have I not told this story?
No.
Okay, I'll get back to it. So yeah, shooting position B, which was my normal position.
And this is on the office side?
This is on the office side. Screen's already out, guns there, pellets are there. So I look out and there's one big rat and then 4 little rats. And I went, oh fuck. She has no idea those are there. So I slowly start opening the window. You gotta be careful, gotta be quiet. Mm-hmm. Got it up. And the little ones, they must have a little better hearing than the older rat.
Yeah.
Because they all ran away. And the big one was kind of standing there looking around like, fuck, where'd everybody, whatever. I'm just going to keep munching on this bird. Say, fucking pow! Okay, don't have to worry about you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But, so there's 4 little ones. So I called her on my way out and said, hey, just want to let you know, you got at least 4 more. She goes, fuck it. Time to poison and trap them. I was like, yeah. It was that way before I gave you the pellet gun, but here we are. Yeah, so she, I can't believe I've never told that. You don't know the story about the pellet gun in the window. So 2 years ago, they put new windows in the whole house, in the whole downstairs.
Yeah.
Came in, did the windows, then my father did all the siding on the front of the house. Other windows were already done, whatever. All brand new windows. We're talking not even a week. There was rat there at that time.
Yeah.
And she had another pellet gun that wasn't as accurate because I brought her mine, which is dialed in. And the one she had before, you had to kind of be like, you kind of had to hold high right.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, whatever. You had to have the rat in the upper right quadrant. So you're actually holding low left, I guess. But, so she never made sure where the barrel was while she was making sure that when you look through a scope, you can kind of see where that part, like your top right part is. But then still you got to look at the rest of the scope to make sure, what you're looking at. Not put one right through the fucking casing. Hey, brand fucking new window. And my father and I were together somewhere. And she called or texted and was like, you'll never fucking believe what I just did. And she fucking blew. I mean, where the window is open, but where the window sits down, that piece before, not the flat part, but the lip, fucking hole right through it. So there's no fucking replacing that.
No.
And so, yeah, she put a hole right in their fucking brand new window. I'm willing to say it was under 14 days in the house.
Well done, Mama Hutch.
Yeah. And the best part was that it was not me and it was not my father. Mm-hmm. Because both of us would have been
You would have been
dead.
hung.
Dead. But no, it was her. She shot a hole through her fucking window, still there. And my father convinced her that she should ask. So Mike did the windows.
Yeah.
Which Mike used to be the SWAT captain for Seacoast.
Yeah.
So she said, hey, why don't you call Mike and see if, because they're whatever Harvey windows. See if Harvey, call your Harvey rep and see if he's ever heard of this. Much to anyone's surprise, the Harvey rep's never heard of that before.
I was watching this YouTube video of this guy it was tactical shooting, but it was shooting from a vehicle, and he blew the door apart on his brand new Toyota Tundra with a AR pistol, resting it on the window, on the door, boom, boom, slips back, next shot, boom, right through the fucking door. Whoops.
My bad. But the reason me not having my pellet gun on Saturday night? Was it Saturday night?
Skunk again?
No. Even worse.
Oh.
Possum. Possum in the chicken coop.
Oh.
But baby possum. Like little tiny possum. But so I got home. We went to the neighbors. And went to the neighbors after I got home from a golf tournament with Chud, and then went to the neighbors. She was having a fire, so we went up there and hung out for a little bit, and then it was like 9:00, and I was like, all right, we got to get – the kids were there with Leah before I got there, and I was like, all right, we got to get them in bed. So we went and we brought them home. She went upstairs to do teeth and stuff, and I was like, well, I'll go close the chickens. We'd let them out all day. It's when they destroyed the front of the fucking house. And so I just walk out there. I'm in fucking flip-flops and shorts and a t-shirt. Like nothing, like not.
A good farmer always keeps that thing on him.
Yeah. I've yet to fucking really realize that. It's right outside the door. It's right inside the door.
Yeah.
Before I walk out. But I never take it with me. And I would like a pistol pellet gun, I think, is what I'm looking for next.
Sig makes one.
All right. Yeah, hope fucking someone else does. I will never own anything from that company.
I know. You hold a hateful grudge.
I do. Fuck that company. They can go eat a dick. But yeah, so I walked out and I went to close it. I was like counting chickens. Or I undid the door it was propped open. I was going to close it and I started like counting chickens, and then I fucking saw an eyes down at the floor, and I fucking panned down and there's a little fucking possum. I'm like, what the fuck? Like baby, like nothing to pose a threat, which I guess bigger possums would kill chickens.
Yeah.
This thing is like tiny little babies. I was like, well, fuck you, you little cocksucker. And so then I'm like, well, I have nothing to like, what? And I went and grabbed a rock and just fucking threw it at it, hit it in the fucking head, and it like scampered out the coop. So I was like, all right, don't care anymore. So then I went around and closed the chicken coop, their ramp door, which is how that thing walked in. Then I closed the big door. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll go do bedtime. Went in, did bedtime. And I was like, all right, I don't have my pellet gun. I really don't want to go outside and shoot a 22 underneath my chicken coop right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something that's... I'm like, well, I got a bright pink Red Ryder BB gun in my shop. Shoots about 220 feet per second compared to my pellet gun that shoots 1,480 feet per second. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Like, and Leah's like, well, we've got 2 Havahart traps. I was like, well, we can fill the Havahart traps. I've got a fucking bucket full of water too, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
So we set the 2 Havahart traps with marshmallows, and then I'm on the ground, flashlight in the hand, little pink Red Ryder BB gun, and I see it. And I fucking shoot it, and I watch it hit it right between the fucking eyes. Well, it's fucking going 200 feet per second. It was just fucking like, rah. So I was like, fuck. Just
hurt less than the rock you threw at it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would have been better off to fashion a spear and try and fucking skewer the thing.
You should have just took the stock and...
Well, it was all the way up underneath the chicken coop.
Yeah.
Couldn't get there. But it didn't get caught in the coop. It didn't get caught in the traps. And it's not around anymore. So I don't know. It's fucking free.
Yeah. Well.
Mother's going to lose my pellet gun because I'm going to go get it back. And we're going to start critter control, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's getting cold.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to find a home and food.
They're trying to find a place to chill.
Yeah.
It's not going to be here.
Sorry,
bud. No freeloaders. Start killing. What else we got tonight?
Any news?
There's no good news.
Yeah.
My wife said this today, and I think it's true. And I don't think it really matters which side you're on. I don't ever remember so much hate over a political.
Oh, it's fucking unreal.
It's fucking terrible. I saw a meme today that was like two off ramps. It was Biden this way, Trump this way, and the fucking car just went off the middle and fucking blew into flames. And I'm like, that's basically where I'm at this point.
Yeah.
You got fucking Biden over there saying fucking, 200 million people have died of the fucking coronavirus. And then you got Trump over there fucking tweeting. And it's just like, would you shut the fuck up? Shut the fuck up.
It's everybody. Just be quiet.
Just.
No more. No more talky.
No.
We're all doing this. We need
Shut
to do
the fuck up.
this.
And I've never been abused so much on the Facebook to tell me to go vote either.
Right? I feel attacked.
I fucking hate it. I'm at the point I don't want to vote now.
I saw, see if I think I saved it. It was a comical meme about people from Maine. So then I'm bringing this up to this lighten the mood. And it could be anyone, it could be from a lot of different states, not just Maine. But it's a real conversation between two Mainers. Oop, excuse me. I'm just going to sneak past you. Oh, sorry. You're fine. I read that on Facebook and I was like, I feel attacked.
Why?
You know how many times I've tried to sneak past somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, let me sneak past you there, bub. Every day.
Why do you feel attacked then?
Like they singled me out.
It's like profiling.
Yeah.
Profiling's wrong, but it's very accurate.
Uh-huh.
I don't see why people can't profile.
I don't know if that's something we necessarily need to get into on this podcast. Or should get into.
I'm just saying. If you got a profile, I'm going to profile you.
You know one thing I feel personally attacked about this year is the census.
Have you done yours yet?
No.
Me either. It went all digital. Bo.
It went all digital. I had a fucking census guy at my house.
I don't know if I can really tell the whole story here, but have I told my story about the census?
No.
Let's just say the census worker that polled my place may have a different outlook on walking around places in Maine.
I'm surprised they even let him do it.
I don't mind. Do you want to come to my front door and knock on my front door and leave something? Go right ahead. But I happen to be working from home. Nobody else was home. I was on a conference call. Someone knocks on the front door. I don't answer. My truck's in the driveway. Or my car was in the driveway. Then the dogs are going ballistic. And they stay going ballistic. Normally they'll fucking chill out. They still kept going. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I got up from my desk, walked to the front of the house, like on the second floor, walked to the front of the house to look out front and saw someone walking across my front driveway around the room that we're in.
Yeah.
And then down the edge of my driveway.
Okay, see, that's when it becomes a problem.
And that's exactly what I said. So I walked back into my office, and I watched him walk all the way around the back. So then I walk back to my bedroom, and I see him walk around like I've got a shed over there, and they walked over there, and then they emerged from behind there, and they're walking toward my shop. And I'm like, the fuck? Who the fuck is it? I couldn't tell who it was. I didn't know it was a census person.
Yeah.
Similar to the car that's pulling into my yard right now. That could be my mother. Better be my mother. It is.
All right.
We don't have to kill her. But no like real open identification that I could see from inside my house. And they're like at my shop, and I was like, okay, fucking game on.
Yeah.
Like, out we go. And I came out on the back porch with potentially something pointed at somebody.
Yeah.
Said, I don't know who the fuck you are, and I don't know what the fuck you're doing back here, but you better fucking have a real good explanation right now, bud. Oh, fuck, but I'm with the census. I said, I don't give a fuck who you're with. You better get the fuck off my property.
Yeah.
I said, you can be at my front door. That is fine. You get all the way the fuck back here. I'm like, bud, this is how you die in Maine.
Yeah. Exactly. Hello.
Nah, that one didn't get picked up.
No. They should have to wear like a bright orange vest that says U.S. Census.
Dickhead. That's what I should say. What's up, Hendo?
Hello, Hendo. I wasn't home when the census worker showed up, but Mandy texted me and said, there's a man on our porch with a clipboard and a mask. I'm like, well, either don't answer the door or shoot him. I
don't care.
I can't do anything. And then when I got home, there was a census thing in the door, so I threw it in the trash.
Yeah, I never filled the one out.
I'm sure you got checked off as alive.
Yeah, I was.
Imagine like in northern Maine, or like one of these ranches in Texas.
Or like, can you imagine like where my parents are going to build?
Yeah.
And we're supposed to build out there too. Like you don't come there by accident. And that was the thing. Like, I don't mind dude, if you want to come talk to me and you want to if you've got something for me, or you're fucking polling something, or you want to tell me about fucking the Jehovah's, stop at the front door. Yeah. Leave your shit at the front door. If you go to behind my house to my shop.
Now it makes me think you're here for something other than.
Exactly. And you will be met with the resistance of, I will protect my own house.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a 40 cal. It wasn't like it was anything like the AR or anything I could have grabbed, but the 40 was right there.
Hey. Gotta do what you gotta do.
I was really sad. I want to change the windows on the back of my house because my big windows in the back don't open.
Oh.
That would have been even better. I was stripped down naked.
And held the gun.
Out. Hey. You boys like Mexico? You got a real pretty mouth. Kirk's probably turned on now.
Yeah. I don't even have it up anymore.
So what do we got? We got NFL football. Everyone's getting hurt. Aaron Rodgers is really cool.
Yep. That's about it.
The Kansas City Chiefs have a fucking awesome kicker who had an interview on the Pat McAfee show on Monday.
Yeah.
I forget his name. It's like Butker. It's pretty funny. He can fucking smash a ball. He said they had the golf tracing thing out on the practice field with them, like how they trace golf shots. They have one that'll do footballs. He fucking hit a 98-yard kickoff.
Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous.
And they're football. I'm out. Why are you out? Because of football.
Who said that?
Janine.
Oh.
What's wrong with football?
Could be any number of things.
Yeah, so Mother's got some rat traps she's probably got to figure out. Maybe she brought my pellet gun back. That'd be nice.
It would be nice.
Probably not.
Probably not. Who's Taylor Dunley?
Tyler. Get
Sorry.
fucked, Tyler. He's a former coworker who just also resigned from the lovely company that I used to work for.
Oh.
He was my IT guy. I'm in a fight with IT right now anyways. Although my IT is a little bit worse than him because I could just go right to him. He sat right behind me. It was perfect.
Just spin your chair around.
Yeah. And I really wasn't there that much. So anytime I was there, I always had to abuse him. But yeah, we've got piece of shit computers that they pushed an update to on Thursday and mine never turned back on. So I dropped that off, that fucking goddamn paperweight off yesterday. Said, here you go. Like, yeah, we'll get back to you. We don't have enough laptops to give you a loaner, so you've got to come into work. So I'm like, Corona? No, I don't. But logically, I still need to get my job somewhat done.
Oh, well, that's about all I got tonight. Not going to lie.
Who we got on Thursday? Thursday night?
Yeah, let's go over our picks for this week.
Let's see.
It's our final.
We got to go back and figure out how bad our picks went last week.
I think we did pretty well, except for we said Baltimore was going to lose.
I know. I think I picked Baltimore. I said it was going to be a close game, though.
This is true. I definitely did not pick Baltimore just to piss off Kurt.
I won't pick Baltimore this week. I don't even know who they're playing.
I'm not going to pick them, ever. I don't even care if there's a fire.
Oh, Dolphins Jaguars. The fucking Florida face-off. Jaguars. Minshew Mania.
Yeah.
Unless Tua goes in. Which maybe.
My UPS driver is a huge Baltimore or Miami fan. And he's picking the Jaguars.
I mean...
Oh, we're playing KC on Monday night, or Baltimore's playing KC on Monday night.
And
KC's going to win.
Baltimore's favored by 3.5 right
really?
now.
KC masterpiece.
Hey, you know what's funny is when Kirk says that their quarterback isn't their running back, except for rushing yards on the season, their quarterback leads the team in rushing.
Yeah. So he is kind of your running back.
So he's definitely their running back. Best running back that can throw the ball, I guess.
We will, don't worry.
What?
Kirk said keep picking against them dicks. So next Monday night about this time, we'll be getting tagged in hateful message. I'm going to report the next time you tag me in something on Facebook.
Hey, it's at M&T Bank and there's fucking tickets. You going? Tickets as low as $109. Buy Ravens tickets.
That's the ultimate scam right now.
Huh. Who do we got on the fucking... Sammy Watkins is injured. Alex Okafor, defensive end. Shavarius Ward, who's a corner. Frank Clark, who's defensive end.
Jackson's injured first.
Who Baltimore Ravens have Trayvon Young out. Justice Hill, Madu, can't even fucking say that name, man. Chris Moore.
Can you bring up the week 3?
That's what I'm looking at. Week 3.